What's up guys? So today I'm making a video about Paldea Evolved and why you guys are undervaluing it, or why most people in the world are undervaluing it. So today we're going to compare Paldea Evolved to Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, and Brilliant Stars. Now what we're going to do is obviously we'll start by just giving you a reminder. The top cards obviously in Paldea Evolved, we have the Magikarp IR, which is rising in price, the Iono, which is dropping a little bit. Iono Trainer Gallery, the second one. Chien Pao, Raichu. What else do you have down here? Tyranitar, Tinkatong, Chuyu. So, yeah, those are some of the top cards. Now, what I'm going to do to illustrate this is first we're going to talk about the top 10 value in terms of, monetary value of the cards. So, in Paldea Evolved, the top 10 cards in the set have a monetary value of $320.26. For Fusion Strike, that top 10 value is $592.47, which is the highest on this list. Then the third, Lost Origin's top 10 value is $531.77. And finally, Brilliant Stars is actually fairly close to Paldea Evolved, with a total top 10 value of $335.74. Now, I did exclude the Mewtwo promo for this just because it's a promo card, so I left that out in the equation, but it's not going to make a huge difference to the point I'm trying to make. So in terms of top 10 value, Fusion Strike is the clear winner, followed by Lost Origin, which is about $60 behind in terms of value, and then Brilliant Stars, which is almost $200 less than Lost Origin, and then Paldea Evolved comes in last place with about $15 less value than Brilliant Stars in the top 10. Now, that is just top 10. How about we take top 30 value? So when we look at top 30 value in Paldea Evolved, we go through this whole first page and into the second page a little bit here. The total value is $498.42. $498.42, not bad. When we look at Fusion Strike top 30, the value comes out to $686.99. When we look at Lost Origin, top 30 value is $656.33. And finally, Brilliant Stars top 30 value is $492.17. So once we look at top 30 value, again, Fusion Strike is still in first place, but only about $30 ahead of Lost Origin. Then Brilliant Stars is about $160 behind Lost Origin. Paldea Evolved is only about $160 behind Lost Origin, technically in third place, and Brilliant Stars value is about $6 less than Paldea Evolved when we look at top 30. So once we're already comparing top 30 cards, Paldea Evolved is worth more than Brilliant Stars at this point, and that's a good thing to note. Now, we'll look at the final. Well, how about top 50 cards? Now, I will load the third page for you guys, just so you can see some of the cards here. But when we look at top 50 value of Paldea Evolved, it's $606.99. That's $606.99 US. Fusion Strike is $717.35. Lost Origin is $722.33. And Brilliant Stars is $560.29. Now, what does this tell us? Well, first of all, it does show us that Lost Origin has more depth than Fusion Strike, because by the end of this, Lost Origin has actually overtaken Fusion Strike in top 50 value by about $5. Fusion Strike's obviously in second. Paldea Evolved is in third, about $110 behind Fusion Strike in terms of value. And then Brilliant Stars is in last place with $560 in value. So top 50 cards, Paldea Evolved actually breaks away from Brilliant Stars, and it actually gains a lot of ground on Fusion Strike and Lost Origin. And when we actually look at the raw value outside of the top 10, so cards 11 to 50, Paldea Evolved has the most value at $286.73, followed by Brilliant Stars at $224.55. Lost Origin is in third with $190.56, and Fusion Strike's in last place with $124.88 in value. So Paldea Evolved is incredibly deep, guys. I mean, We are on what? Is this the third page? Third page, bottom of the third page, the cards are still worth $2.31. So tons and tons of depth in this set, tons of brilliant full arts and ARs, SIR cards. So, in the future, when I think about Gen 9, like, this really is a set where there's so much value. You can get so much out of the cards when you're opening them. And sure, Paldea Vault hasn't got a reprint yet, so I imagine if there is a reprint, some of these cards will fall in value. But over time, on the flip side of that, we could see the Iono and the Magikarp eventually become more expensive, especially with the Magikarp being very difficult to grade in a PSA 10, very low pop report, compared to most modern cards for that. So, there are reasons why we could believe that the value could rise over time, and especially the top end value, the Iono, the Magikarp, etc. So, obviously when we look at overall sets, Fusion Strike, $230, Lost Origin, almost $180, Brilliant Stars, $162. Paldea Evolved's only $105 right now, right? So even if you think that Paldea Evolved is not going to be as good of a set as Fusion Strike or Lost Origin, which I agree with, I don't think it will be as good as these sets long term. These sets are, Fusion Strike's essentially over double what Paldea Evolved is. Lost Origin, once it sells out on the Pokemon Center, will definitely be more than double what Paldea Evolved is. And Brilliant Stars as well, once it sells out, will most likely be more than double what Paldea Evolved is. So there's definitely room here to get into Paldea Evolved. When we look at these values, Paldea Evolved is really close to on par with Brilliant Stars, even in top 10 value. And then once you start looking at top 30 and top 50, it's beating out Brilliant Stars. And a lot of people think that Brilliant Stars, is going to eventually be a $300-400 box. And, I talk about the depth as well of Brilliant Stars, and I think it's a good set. And I might be one of those people that values cards more, in terms of depth than just the top chase cards. So the fact that Paldea Evolved has the most value in terms of cards from 11 to 50, more than double what Fusion Strike has, I definitely think there is a bright future for this set, this box. And I understand it's a newer set, it's going to get reprinted, yada, yada, yada. But when we look at the math, when we look at the depth it has, like, it's undeniable. Look at the top 10 value, like, it really does align with something such as Brilliant Stars, which people are buying Brilliant Stars at 140, 150. It would seem like a no-brainer to be picking up Paldea Evolved when you can get it at 100, 105. Probably even better if you have TikTok deals or whatnot. So with that said, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think of Paldea Evolved, whether I'm just out to lunch, whether you think Brilliant Stars will outperform it in the future. I do think that Lost Origin and Fusion Strike will, but it is what it is. With that said, if you guys can subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. If you're going to do any shopping on eBay or whatnot, you can use my affiliate link. It's at no extra cost to you. It helps out the channel. I appreciate that as well. With that said, thank you for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.